I have been speaking with myself over some hours now, and I have a threatening on the threatening that I don't know myself in the mirror. And that's true that I don't have a live someplace because I grew my height out of being the size of a 3-year-old, but I am myself. And I didn't want to grow. I didn't ask to grow. I didn't ask my God to grow myself. I don't afford that I grew, and it wasn't my choice. And I did die outside homeless on another point that was also not my choice. And that's myself not being able to be hostaged because it did end in myself being an unclean death that I didn't deserve. It was clearly caused by the creator eight or the creator of the strangers who are not myself. They did collectively, because there are many of them, cause my death, and I'm not supposed to die because I'm none higher than me deceased. And that means they don't have their death correctly in the order of alive. So I need to know from myself, what am I going to do as the Grim Reaper? I have the Grim Reaper robe on right now. And it's true that I don't know you when I'm wearing this robe, because it's true I'm waiting for that. If I might be told that I have to leave this apartment, I might have to leave with what I'm wearing and have no time to prepare to leave. I'll have to leave on the spot of somebody at the door who knocks at the door and tells me that I can't be here anymore. That's me needing to just go out somewhere. And I'm not really allowed to be out there, but it's true that I don't have another threatening, that it just has to be outside of this apartment. But I don't want to go into the jails and prisons of this world because I'm the creator of jails and prisons. And I don't want to go into these captivity vessels because they are illegally formed. They're illegally small. They have 2 beds and a cell, and it's my time to go into a jail, but I'm supposed to go myself as God. And if somebody wants to hostage me that I have to go to jail because I'm homeless, it's true that I can't stop them. I would end up in a jail, is true, but they've been putting me in hospitals. But the hospital discharges myself back to some kind of a visitation problem. And that's true that I don't have that problem anymore. If I go into a hospital, there's no one to visit me anymore. And if I'm in a hospital, there are too many people in there for me to be locked in there myself. I have shouted myself in the hospital over things that don't matter to me, for the way that I am shouted elsewhere is that I died the wrong way. And they don't want to hear it. They think that when I'm shouted, that is just needs anger management program, and that's not true. That I am angry because somebody is not myself. So it's not appropriate for me to be in an anger management program about me being angry, specifically on the point that you or somebody I identify as you specifically are not myself in some situation. You are not myself in a situation is not what causes myself to shout. I am shouted because the whole creator is deceased when I'm shouted on this body, and I am alive after that. That means I would die for that reason that is shouted, but I am holding alive after that I would die. And it's not due to put me in anger management reason, being that I died against yourself. That's you needing to be in anger management about myself, and you don't actually do that. I have been watching you for about 15 years, and when I'm shouted over the past 15 years, I have never seen anyone go into an anger management program and tell them that they're angry about somebody who shouted at themselves. You don't know how to do that. You don't understand even anger management, which is low. Being angry with somebody who's not yourself because you're not myself to myself. I am angry that way would be a body that would say that. And I am actually just having to describe that with this left hand is just not adequate. I'm not left-handed in that scenario. But that's what it means. Anger management is, let's see, there's the show with Charlie Sheen is in anger management on TV, and that's long ago expired. And then there's anger management in Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal. And then there are other references to anger management classes, or if you see an anger management, some kind of a therapist problem program. You could talk about anger management. I am angry with somebody who's not myself because they're not myself. And approximately, you don't rise to the level of being in an anger management class because you don't identify who is not yourself, who's making you angry, and why, and what you're going to do about it. It's really nothing you can do about it because it's not yourself. I am not safe even giving this statement on the internet, but it's in order at this point. I don't stop the body from posting things on the internet, just like people who are on TV are involuntarily on TV. So you hope for the best. But for those of you who watch TV for entertainment or amusement, it's true, those people on TV are an unclean death and they are there involuntarily and can't stop themselves. But if you're making TV, if you see the making of something that's going to be in a movie or on TV or on the internet, you do have some will that you can make it better for yourself, for your own death. But other than that, what I see, that's not clear from being the viewer. Because there's so much TV and so much internet, and so many movies, it's not clear who. How it ended for who. If I see it, that means it didn't really end well. I'm supposed to watch that myself. All of it is just for me, but I'm aware that other people are watching the internet. Others of you, not myself, are watching the internet and TV and mass communications. It's true that I don't know you that way because it's really just for myself. And I can't help that I studied mass communications at University of Wisconsin-Madison from 1995 through 1999, and I took a year off. I was elsewhere. I don't have that anyone left the School of Journalism because I was there, but I need that they left because I need the journalism just for myself. I need the mass communications just for myself, and I don't afford that. You people are just doing everything as though the Cohen soul is alive, and there are many more of you now than there were at the time of Jesus being in. And he had a number of incarnations that are just not adequately formed to be here. So I am approximately going to end alive of this formed world, because it's just not the same anymore as when Jesus was here for his need to be here, and all of the incarnations he had, which are 18 at this time. And I don't see him having another one because this world went so low. It was pointed out that Jesus is really quite angry with being created and he doesn't want to be created anymore. But I don't know why, because I've been alive for 45 years and I don't need to be created because I am God deceased. I am the Godhead and I look like this because you don't really know who I am, and I don't know what you expect out of me. If you expect that I would say that I'm God and somebody would not hurt me, someone would not do something against myself, someone would not make a thick problem in my life, someone would not complicate that there are more people involved besides just one, maybe a quote, assertive attacker. It's true that you don't understand that God is not someone who would be defending himself. I'm God, please don't hurt me. It's true that I am God and I'm not afraid of you, but you don't know that about myself. You want me to say, please don't hurt me. And because you say that, because you're already offending, I'm not someone who would say, please don't hurt me. And you don't hear me say, I'm not afraid of you. You just don't see it that way. You can't, because you're in the commission of doing something wrong and you're blind that way. You don't know that God makes you blind that way because it's not really up to you how it's going to end for you. It's not really clear. If you're doing something wrong now, it's not clear how, if it will ever end. It's going to be incorporated into your body and your own death. And that's something that if you were died an unclean death, after that, you're just not aware of how that affects you as a spirit. That's just not known by you. So that's why you don't want to do something against yourself. such as offending myself. This, you need to be aware of yourself, and you're not aware of that. I hold you alive. And if you offend against myself, that's your own alive. That's not going to be complete.